Either I was adopted, I have a different dad. There's gotta be a place where they offer happy ending massages for reindeer. This was not the most wearable look I could have done. Hi dudes, welcome back to Tangent Telephone. If you're watching the video, hi, I'm Rudolph. Also, it looked a lot better before when I had the whole mouth thing going on. I'll put photos in, but that was just not, I couldn't do that and talk to you because that would be the most distracting thing if the black and the nude were constant. It would just be disgusting. So I took off the nude and I took off some of the black. So let's just hope. I should have like a mirror nearby so I can like make sure. But hi, it's me, your friendly neighborhood reindeer. I said I wasn't going to do reindeer because I did reindeer last year. Not going to lie, I kind of slayed this. I don't really know. I didn't have a reference. I was just like, let me turn myself into a reindeer. And I kind of slayed it. So before we get into all the reindeer games, right? No, wait, Rudolph wasn't allowed to play in the reindeer games. Fuck. Well, before we get into this episode, you know the drill. Rate 5 stars, subscribe, comment, like, do all the motherfucking things. Not only am I a reindeer today, but I'm a fucking reindeer with endometriosis. And that's really weird. And so I'm in pain and I want to curl up in a ball and die a little bit. But I'm powering through for you because if I won't, who will? You know, there are so many fucking presents under my tree right now. I believe 30 something, and I still have to wrap. They're all over here because I didn't want them in the frame because what if someone is watching this that I'm giving it to? Like there are so many. I had to just start like stacking them against the wall. I'm literally Santa, and I've already let my boyfriend open like 3 of them, I think. And something I've been doing, something that I did before December was, I should have like vlogged this. I'm so bad at sharing the cute ass shit that I do. Actually, I'm just bad at sharing anything that I do. But I made an advent calendar for him to open since December 1st, which actually he started opening it like at the end of November, but I digress. And it wasn't just any regular advent calendar. I found these like 3x3 white boxes and I got 25 of them, and every day has obviously something different in it, but I got creative. Okay, like it took me a very long time to do this. I put a lot of thought and effort into it. But, I mean, I would say do it for your partner, but maybe do it for him next year because it's the 12th today. But he didn't even know what an advent calendar was. And so, I mean, now I guess he just has a really high expectation of what an advent calendar is, because when I was little, first of all, it was like the best thing ever. And like my absolute favorite thing to do was have our advent calendar. But ours was like a Christmas tree. I think my mom probably made it at some point. It's like a Christmas tree, and then there's all these little like pockets, mini pockets, and every day we would have to alternate who opened the little pocket, and it would be like an ornament that you pinned on the tree, and it was so fucking fun, and I loved that shit. And then the last day was like the star, but like we never got to do it because obviously Santa did that one. Advent calendars are usually like a chocolate or like a fucking something simple, but this took a lot of brain power and also creativity. Get you a girl that makes you an advent calendar. Really is all I have to say about that. And if you're listening to this or watching this, boyfriend, hi, just a reminder that you are lucky. Okay, moving on. I want to do something kind of fun, actually, for me at least. I did a 23andMe test thing, and I got like the super premium plus package that tells you like all of these super obscure things about yourself. I looked at like my genetic results, which first of all, I'm already like, when I looked at those, I was like, oh, either I was adopted, I have a different dad, but that doesn't make sense because I look exactly like all my sisters and my parents. But like my background is not what I thought it was. Then I want to go through like, it just gives me so much information about like potential health problems, and like a lot of them I already have, and like features. Like it's like you're likely to have, you know, gray eyes, you're likely to have one dimple. It's like very specific shit that they got just from extracting the DNA out of my spit. So I want to go through that with you guys. It's a little get to know me, you know? Get to know me while I also get to know myself, because I haven't looked through all of it yet. I've been too scared to open like the serious disease risks, those ones. Like it's scary. I don't know if I want to open like the Alzheimer's one. I don't know. So, God, I need a fucking massage. Is there somewhere that a reindeer can go and get a massage? There's gotta be a place where they offer happy ending massages for reindeer. Just kidding. I feel like, you know what I was thinking about? A happy ending massage for women would not. I wonder if those actually, I'm sure they exist, but like, I just didn't understand how that could really be possible. Anyway, wait, I feel like I had something else to talk about before we went into the 23andMe stuff. And it seems to have slipped my mind. Maybe it's because of all of the shit that I have on my face right now. Also, oh my gosh, we're like 12 days away from Christmas Eve, which means 12 days from when I go to see my family, which is so exciting. I cannot wait to see my nieces. I haven't seen them since last Christmas. I also haven't seen my mom since last Christmas. Like, you would think we live thousands of miles apart, but no. I have the worst fucking cramps, dude. I'm feeling so all over the place today, and I'm a little bit down. And so I have a feeling this is gonna be an interesting episode. Also, it's gonna be late because it's currently Tuesday. I did not have time to do this yesterday. I was driving all fucking day. Okay, I have to take a pause for a second because I need to get my brain together. I'm upset right now. I'm a little bit sad, and so I need to get my brain together for a second. You know, it's like, I don't have to say that. I could just like cut and come back and you wouldn't know. But like, we're honest here in this family. Welcome to the family. You have to look like a reindeer every day. There's gotta be a cult for that somewhere. Anyway, BRB. Hi, dudes. You might be wondering why I'm no longer a fucking reindeer. And also why I'm in a different car, and also why it's like dark. What's going on? I don't know. So do you remember how I was like, I'm a reindeer with endometriosis, but I'm a fucking reindeer with endometriosis? Yeah, I did in fact get surgery that night. And so, long story short, it's now Friday, and I'm here to finish this shit off, okay? The problem is, I was like, I'm gonna go down into the car and podcast. I ended up going and like getting a bunch of shit done that I needed to do. And then I was like, okay, I'll just podcast when I get home. Got home, pulled into the garage. I'm on like the fucking 13th floor below the ground. There's no service here. And I kind of need the internet to look at my 23andMe results. And yes, I did realize that after I had already set this all up. So I wasn't going to waste this setup. I just wanted to pop in and say hi. I'm no longer a reindeer. It's 3 days later. I'm in my boyfriend's G-Wagon. I don't know. So we're going to go inside. I'm going to change into comfy clothes because I am unwell. And then finally, we will get through this 23andMe bullshit that honestly, I don't even care about anymore. I don't care where I'm from. I could be from Venus. I actually think I am from Venus. I don't care what illnesses I'm predisposed to, you know? I'm finding that out the hard way in life, but we're gonna do it because that's literally what this episode was supposed to be about. Also, I just got a tattoo. Okay, BRB again. Okay, hi. When I tell you that I started recording this podcast as a reindeer on Monday, and it is now currently Monday, a week later, that's not a joke, okay? This week was a struggle. And then on Saturday, I picked my boyfriend up from the airport, and he brought me back a lovely illness. I think it's the flu. I'm not quite sure. So this part's just gonna be audio. But goddamn, I've been trying to tell y'all about my freaking genetics, my genetic profile, my traits, my health, my whatever the fuck you want to call it, the genealogy of it all. Genealogy, whatever. Let's get into that. It's not like you really need a visual for this anyway, and I want this episode up, so we are ixnaying the idiove for this part. Okay, holy shit, there's so many things to look at. I guess we should start with Ancestry. I think it's so weird that like they started off with the fact that like I'm a Neanderthal, which like is literally everyone, but it says we've identified 213 genetic variants that can be traced to the Neanderthals. What the fuck is a cheddar man? Maternal haplogroup. Your haplogroup shared with the cheddar man traces the long line of women in your family tree. What is the cheddar man? Your maternal haplogroup. Holy shit, I've never even heard of this before. U5B2A1A traces back to a woman who lived approximately 10,500 years ago. 1 in 600 23andMe customers share your haplogroup assignment. Okay, who was the cheddar man? Oh, the cheddar man also belonged to U5B. First discovered in 1903 in Cheddar Gorge, Somerset, England, the cheddar man is Britain's oldest complete human skeleton. So the oldest skeleton basically had the same mom as me, you know? Okay, so let's get to like the interesting things. So I am 99.5% European, if that shocks anyone, and 94.4% Northwestern European. I am mainly French and German, a majority coming from Flanders, Belgium, and then Baden-Württemberg, Germany. So Belgium and Germany. And then the next is Scandinavian, that is from Västra Götaland County in Sweden, which I knew I was Swedish and German. I had no clue that the majority of my ancestry was actually French though, which is fucking sick. And then here's the part where I had no clue, nor did anyone in my family. I'm 5.1% Ashkenazi Jewish. How crazy is that? The top place is Belarus, which is weird because I have so many friends from Belarus, like their parents literally came from there. I need to fucking tell them, first of all, and be like, hello, I am also, I am one of you. And then the other two matches are Eastern Polish, Western Ukrainian. The fact that that I'm 5.1% Ashkenazi Jewish and like no one knew this, no one told me this. I told my family about this and they were like, what? And then here we go. I am 0.2% Peninsular Arab from likely Yemen, and I am 0.1% Nigerian, and then 0.1% Western Asian and North African. So that's like the overview, I guess, of what I am. I thought maybe there'd be like a little... Wait, this says Wales not detected, and I was always told that I was Swedish, German, and Welsh. Interesting. Belgium, Germany, Switzerland, Netherlands. No Austria. Oh wait, there's like trace amounts in a few different places too that are kind of interesting. Like a few Italian and Greek ones, not that much. I'm so confused by this Neanderthal thing. Hey, you have more Neanderthal DNA than 14% of other customers. You have less than 2% Neanderthal DNA. Doesn't everyone have Neanderthal DNA? I'm so confused. You have Neanderthal DNA that may influence your traits. You have one variant associated with having a worse sense of direction. That's not true. You have one variant associated with being less likely to have a fear of heights. Okay, that's like my only fear. You have one variant associated with being less likely to have a hitchhiker's thumb. Is that when your thumb bends backwards? You have one variant associated with being more likely to sweat during a workout. I literally don't sweat. You have one variant associated with being less likely to blush easily. That is true. My cheeks do not get red. My skin does not get red. Okay, so weird. I would be surprised if they were like, you don't have any Neanderthal in you, like you were born in a lab. Okay, for the health and traits, there are so many, so I need to figure out the best way I can fucking share this with you. This is health predisposition. I think they put the ones that you are at an increased likelihood of having first, because I'm like looking at all these things and they're all increased. So the first thing listed is alpha-1 antitrypsin deficiency, and it says variant detected, not likely at risk. And I'm pretty sure that's the one that's like lung disease or liver disease, I believe. I think it's like pretty common for a lot of people to have this, and if you smoke then it's more likely, which I'm not a smoker, have never been. Okay, the next one is I have an increased likelihood of fibromyalgia, increased likelihood of Hashimoto's. That is interesting because I kind of have like the opposite. Oh, if you click on it, it says an estimated 20 out of 100 people with genetics like yours develop Hashimoto's by their 50s. Variant detected of hereditary hemochromatosis, but I'm not likely at an increased risk. And that's really funny because I am very fucking anemic, and this is basically like an iron overload essentially, and it's hereditary. Like, if anything, I quite literally have the opposite of this, but I have a variant in my genes. I have an increased likelihood of psoriasis. Nope. Severe acne. Nope. Skin cancer. I have had that once. Uterine fibroids. Checking in. All the fibroids, all the cysts, reproductive problems. I have no age-related macular degeneration. Things that I have a typical likelihood for, which I don't know what they would... I have a likelihood of having anxiety. Asthma, no. ADHD, increased likelihood. Yes, bitch. Ooh, I didn't get any variants detected of the BRCA1 or BRCA2, which I'm actually surprised. I'm surprised about that because I had a grandmother who had breast cancer. I think I had like 2 on my maternal side that had breast cancer. Typical likelihood of depression and diverticulitis. It's saying I have a typical likelihood of like a lot of fucking things. Insomnia, Irritable bowel syndrome. Check, check. Well, I don't think you can have IBS if you have Crohn's, because IBS is like it's not a diagnosis really. It's like a exclusionary quote unquote diagnosis. Likely to have migraines, likely to have panic attacks, likely to have PCOS. I don't have PCOS, but I do have ovarian cysts. Likely to have restless legs. Jesus, it's like, I feel like I've seen other people go over theirs and they have like only one or two things that are like a concern. Oh, interesting. Because I did like the 23andMe Plus thing, it's telling me about how my body metabolizes drugs. So CYP2C19 drug metabolism, predicted normal metabolizer. I don't even take any of these medications that they're saying. Celexa and stuff. Wow, there are so many things. I'm trying to find ones that are interesting. No detected variants of anything that they're checking for, which is interesting. Wellness. Alcohol flush reaction. Unlikely to flush. Obviously. Caffeine consumption. Likely to consume less. Yes. Cat allergy. Typical likelihood. Deep sleep. Less likely to be a deep sleeper. Not likely to have dog allergies. True. Genetic weight. Predisposed to weigh less than average. True. What is average? For a 29-year-old female who's 5'6". First of all, I'm 5'7". Average is 150 pounds. Whoa. How could they know? Okay. How do they know what I would likely weigh based on? I'm so confused. Like, I understand that they can say that I'm more likely to be lower weight, but it says your genetic result would predict you weigh between 100 and 103 pounds. What? I mean, I don't know exactly how much I weigh, but I know that I know I go between like 100 and 105. How do they know that? Based on my spit. For reference, a recommended healthy weight range for someone your age and height is 135 to 154 pounds. Blah, blah, blah. How did I miss that it said I was likely to have lupus? And kidney stones. I've had those. Parkinson's disease variants not detected. That's good. Preeclampsia, typical likelihood. No! Back to wellness. Lactose intolerant. Likely intolerant. True. Okay, and here's like the one that I posted in a slideshow of photos on my Instagram today. My muscle composition is common in elite power athletes. Bitch. Now, clearly, that doesn't mean that I use that to my advantage. I mean, I used it growing up and stuff, but I have, let's see. This report is based on a genetic marker in the ACTN3 gene. This marker controls whether muscle cells produce a protein that's found in fast twitch muscle fibers. Some people don't produce this protein at all. Almost all of the elite power athletes who have been studied have a genetic variant that allows them to produce the protein. And guess who fucking has that, bitch? Me. Oh, I'm like an extreme power athlete. Okay, hello. See, now I'm wishing that actually, no, I'm not. I did track in high school. Obviously, I played soccer and I did a lot of sports and stuff, and I was good and I was fast. And I was about to say I wish that I had continued that, but like, did I want to be an Olympian? No, I didn't. 1 in 63,000 of our customers have this variant. That's what's up, bitch. My kids, gonna be Olympians. Moving along. I'm gonna take way too long if I go through all these things. Nearsightedness, typical likelihood. I don't have any eye issues. Seasonal allergies, typical likelihood. I feel like I've gotten allergies like 2 years of my life in the spring. Sleep movement, likely more than average movement. Okay, here is the part that when I was looking at on my phone, I was like, this is fucking weird that they know this. And like, some of these are so random. So these are the traits. Ability to match musical pitch. More likely than average to be able to match a musical pitch. So I'm gonna be a singer. That's my new venture. If you hear a musical note, can you sing it back? I mean, I think, well, actually, I don't know which one comes first. Playing the instrument or being able to match pitch. But when I play a piano, I can hear something and play it back, and I can match pitch and all of that. But also, I can match a pitch. I'm not even gonna lie. Okay, next one. Asparagus odor detection, aka what the fuck does your pee smell like when you eat asparagus? Mine make me likely to be able to smell the asparagus odor, which is true. Anytime I eat asparagus, 66% of people can smell, 34% cannot. That is so weird. Bitter taste. Likely can taste. Can not everyone taste bitterness? Bunions. Less likely than average to have had a bunion. That is a straight fact. Cheek dimples. Listen to this, okay? This is creepy. Likely to have one, which is not common. You either are likely to not have dimples or you're likely to have dimples. And the fact that they know that I have one dimple is freaking me out because I, in fact, do. The left side of my face, I have a dimple. Cilantro taste aversion. Slightly higher than average odds of disliking cilantro, i.e. thinking it tastes like soap. Yes, bitch. Cilantro is disgusting. I wish I liked it. I feel like everyone I know likes it, but nope. Cleft chin. Likely no cleft chin. True that. Dandruff. Less likely to get dandruff. True dat. Earlobe type. Likely detached earlobes. True dat. Earwax type? What are my options? Oh, you have wet or dry. Your genetics make you more likely to have wet earwax. Hold up. What? Oh, you're also likely to have less body odor if you have wet earwax. Which, I've been telling y'all, I don't smell. Okay, get this. Your genetics make you most likely to have blue or gray eyes. That is crazy. Because gray is like not at all. I didn't even think it would even be a color that they would mention. It tells me the percentage of like all the eye colors, and it's less than 1% to have dark brown, light brown, hazel, light hazel, and then there's a 17% chance that I have green eyes. My mom has green eyes. And my dad also has green eyes. Actually, everyone in my family, no. Mom and dad have green eyes. 3 sisters have hazel eyes, which is weird. And then one of my sisters has blue eyes. Hers are like light blue, kind of just like solid light blue. And then mine are literally depends on their mood. Like my eyes are just about like as finicky as I am. Like one day they will look blue as shit, just like light baby blue. One day they will be gray, and they will just look gray, like not really blue, just straight up gray. Most of the time I would say they're a blue gray. And then the weird thing, which I looked into recently because I was like, that is a weird thing that happens to me that I don't think makes sense. But when I go to the snow, like when I'm around a bunch of snow, my eyes turn what you would call violet, I guess. I always said like my eyes turn purple when I go to the snow, but no, it's I guess violet, which is like also the rarest eye color along with gray. Who was it? There was like a famous woman who had violet eyes. Oh, Elizabeth Taylor. The fact that it said I'm likely to have blue or gray eyes. Crazy. And that's so weird because like I said, both my parents have green eyes, and then my first 3 sisters all have hazel eyes, like super light hazel. Is hazel like greenish yellow? Yeah, something like that. They also tell you about like your light scattering and like the pigment, and if you have a limbal ring. There's no blue pigment in blue eyes. Well, yes, obviously. That's why blue eyes are so freaking sensitive, because they don't have pigment. Likely to not have a limbal ring. Almost everyone has a dark ring around the outer edge of the iris called the limbal ring. I think I do have one. Or actually, I do have a ring around it, but it's not darker. It's like lighter. Anywho, that's enough about my eyes. Okay, see, now this one says fear of heights. More likely than average to be afraid of heights. The Neanderthals are really not doing much for me. Fear of public speaking. Less likely than average to have a fear of public speaking. True. I love it. Finger length ratio. Likely ring finger longer. And that's so true. Most people have a longer pointer finger. Males are more likely to have longer ring fingers. Well, oh yes, I remember learning about this in school. Like the amount of, like the balance of testosterone and estrogen in the womb when your mom is pregnant with you is all correlated to this. So if there's higher testosterone, may be linked to having a lower finger length ratio. Lower testosterone may have higher finger length ratio. So obviously, since my ring finger is quite a bit longer, it's not even like equal, it's a long ass finger. It's probably because my mom had a lower testosterone. And your finger ratio today is probably the same as it was when you were a baby. When you were just a baby. Oh, this would have been easier to look at. Fuck. Your genetics predict that 60% chance you have few, if any, freckles. On my face? No. Yeah, like I have a few, I guess. But I'm not like a freckle person. Hair photo bleaching. You are way more likely than average to experience hair photo bleaching, which is obviously when you go in the sun and your hair gets blonder, which is so true, especially when I was younger, obviously before I ever bleached my hair. In like the wintertime, my hair it was dirty blonde. Sometimes you look at photos and I'm like, my hair looks brown. And my parents are like, no, that's just because it was taken on like a potato. But it would be very, very dirty blonde. And then in the summer, it could be like when I was younger, it could be like white, like just super blonde. And then when I got older, it was more of just like a light to medium blonde, just from being in the sun. Hair texture. The highest percentage is a chance of slightly wavy hair, and then 40% chance of straight hair, which is crazy. It says I have a less than 1% chance of very tight curls, which is what I have. I would either say I have very tight curls or small curls. I have very fucking curly hair. It's not wavy, they're not big curls. I would actually say they're very tight curls. When I like let my hair do its thing and don't fuck with it, very tight curls. And it says I have less than 1%. Likely to have dark blonde hair. Period. Newborn hair. 67% chance you had little or no hair at birth. Alright, let me tell you something. I was born with a mohawk, And I had that mohawk for, I don't know how many months of my life. Maybe like the first 6 months of my life. Just a fucking mohawk. My sister Amanda had one too. Just a large amount of hair in the middle of my head. So that's incorrect. 100% chance you do not have red hair. Skin pigmentation. 39% chance of light beige skin. 32% chance of olive skin. 25% chance of light brown skin. 3% chance of very fair skin. 1% chance of moderately fair skin. And then less than 1% chance of dark brown skin. Yeah, I would say I'm light beige to olive. Olive. You're unlikely to get stretch marks. True, I really don't get stretch marks. Toe length ratio. You have a longer big toe. Yeah, barely. My toes are like so fucking small. They're all like the same length, honestly. 95% chance you do not have a unibrow. 5% chance you have a little bit of a unibrow. You do not have a widow's peak. True dat. I don't. Okay, are those all the traits? Oh no, they're not. Ice cream flavor preference. Prefers vanilla to chocolate. True. Sweet versus salty. Likely prefers sweet. No, I prefer salty. I'm a salty bitch. Flat feet. Far less likely than average to have flat feet. Dude, you could literally drive a bus under my feet arches. Less likely to have thick hair. True. Well, when I was younger, I did. I have a lot of hair, but it's fine. Like, I have so many strands of it. I think that's typical in blondes, just in general. You have a lot of hair, but it's finer when you're blonde. We're not considering the bleaching and everything. But before I did all that, I remember having thick hair. Like, I remember getting my hair, like, thinned out as a kid. Misophonia. Higher than likely odds of hating chewing sounds. I don't think I have misophonia in that way. No. Mosquito bite. Likely bitten as often as others. More likely to experience motion sickness. This is wrong. Likely no photic sneeze reflex. That is not true. Anytime I'm like about to sneeze and I feel it going away, I look up at the light and I will sneeze. So I do have that. Natural wake up time. Likely to wake up around 7:48 a.m. Probably. I mean, it really fucking depends on what's going on in my life. Likely a night person. We might have to fucking stop for now because there's just so much information here. I'm like, it is crazy. And then I don't think I want to open, there's like a couple that it like makes you confirm that you want to see, and I actually don't think I want to. Like late onset Alzheimer's, it showed me the Parkinson's one already. Well, whatever. I don't think I want to look at that. Anyway, there's a lot more on here, oddly. Like, I didn't realize it was going to be this in depth. But I'm definitely going to stop for now because, hello, this is the most, like, self-indulgent episode I've ever done. But also, like, is it, though? I don't know. As far as all the health things that I know about and, like, the traits and all of that, I would say it's, like, 90% accurate. So that's good to know. I literally, when I saw my ancestry, I was like, so I was adopted or I have a different dad or something's going on. But nope, just didn't know I was Jewish and Nigerian and mainly French, which is crazy. All right, guys, I'm sorry that this episode was like in 19 different places. That's not true. It was literally in 3. But I hope you enjoyed. I know that technically, since this is coming out on Tuesday and I skipped last Tuesday, you would think that I skipped a week, which I did. However, there will still be another episode this week because I have another Christmas look. So we're gonna play catch up on that. Be sure to rate the podcast 5 stars, do all the fucking things, and I love you. We will do some advice questions / whatever the fuck voicemail in the next episode. But hey, now you know a little bit more about me and like the fact that my pee does smell like asparagus and the fact that I do think cilantro tastes like soap. Okay? Bye!